Hey folks! Welcome back to Fortnight vlog. This is the 10th one, so we're just clipping through them. If you're new here, my name is Lauren Ash. I'm a full-time musician. I'm also a part-time artist. I make handmade art and I also do YouTube, so I'm doing all the crafty, creative things here. But I mostly talk about on this channel, obviously, is music, my life as a full-time musician, the good, the bad, and the interesting, hopefully. And these Fortnite vlogs just talk about what has been up for the last 2 weeks and anything I want to share with you guys. So thank you for being here, and let's get into it. So this last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of gigs. I played at Main and Mill, which is a brewery in Festus, Missouri. And I had some friends and my boyfriend's family came to that, so that was really fun. They also give you 2 free drinks, and the drinks there are really good. So if you live around the Festus area, go check out Main and Mill if you haven't. I played at a place called St. Agnes. It's a retirement home that there are nuns that run it, essentially, so that's interesting. I did play, how I know about them is I did a market, yeah, last December. I did a market there as my art version of me, and really loved that market. And then I was talking to the people about, like, hey, they said, like, we have musicians, and I was like, oh, that's actually what I do. Can I play? And so I played there a couple times, and I'm scheduled to go back, so that's always a good time. I played at Augusta Winery, which I have some fun footage for you guys. Check it out. That place is so pretty, especially with like the pergola playing underneath that. It is just really nice. It's really nice there. So it's up in Augusta, Missouri, and I play there a lot actually. The only downside to Augusta Winery is they don't have any indoor space, so if there's any kind of bad weather, like if it rains, they have like down the hill, they have like their tasting room place. There's like outdoor seating there, so you can play down there if it rains, but if it's like way too hot or too cold, there's no relief from that really, so it's kind of hard as a musician sometimes seasonally to play there. So you just have to hope for the good weather, and I also try to book with them during times that I think that there's less chance for bad weather. That's my trick. But so far so good this year. I played at Fairmount, obviously, the last, each Tuesday. So Fairmount's been having some trouble with the mic this year. I don't know what's going on, but as you know, that first day in the last Fortnite vlog, I showed you guys that the mic wasn't working very well on the first day. That happened one more time, and then the week after it was all smooth sailing, it sounded good, and then this week, it sounded like, I don't know what it sounded like to everybody else, but to me, it sounded like the audio was way too loud and it was causing distortion. So I found myself trying to like kind of back off the mic a little bit this time, which is the opposite of previous weeks where you could barely hear it when the audio was messed up. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's been interesting this year. Yeah, so I had Fairmount. I played at Cedarhurst of Arnold, which is another retirement home in Arnold, Missouri. I play there every other month, and that's been a standing gig. So that was cool. They have a new booking manager, so it's kind of sad when you work with someone for a while and they leave, and I don't know. I really loved the old booking manager. She was very sweet and very welcoming, and the new girl seems great, so I don't want to say anything negative, but it's just a little bit sad. But one of the residents that I really enjoyed talking to was his 90th birthday, so I got to sing him happy birthday, and he gave me a piece of cake, so that was a good time. I played at Edg-Clif Winery, which I also have some footage for you guys. And, well, you know what? Let me just roll the tape. Okay, I'm on my second break. I'm gonna give you guys a little update on what happened today. On the way here, I was about 20 minutes out from Edg-Clif. I was in Potosi, just barely got into the town. And like one of the outlying roads, I guess, was coming into the town. I drove over something. I don't even know what I drove over, and my tire blew out. This never happened. If you know, I'm a newer driver. It's been a little over a year.
And so that was fun. I expected it to be way more dramatic than it was, honestly. Like the tire blew out, made a weird feeling, a weird noise, and then I kind of limped my way to a parking lot that was empty next to a gas station, and called my boyfriend who's a mechanic, and I was like, what do I do? And what's ironic is I've been saying to like family, we've been talking about like, oh yeah, one of these days I need somebody to show me how to change a tire in case my tire ever blows out. And it's like one of those things you kind of like, oh yeah, one of these days, like didn't think it would happen, especially so soon, but it happened and I didn't know how to change a tire. Luckily, I was taking all my stuff out of the trunk, all my gear, because I'm on my way to a gig, right? I was taking all my stuff out and some nice guy came by and saw me doing that and figured I blew a tire. And he was like, hey, do you want some help? And I was like, yes, please. So he changed the tire for me. It was so sweet. And Scott from the Elks Lodge in Potosi, if you're watching this, thank you. Very, very thankful that he came by. So that was a crazy thing. I called Edg-Clif when I, pulled off into that parking lot and was like, hey, I'm gonna be a little bit late. And they were really nice about it. And I'm just playing like an extra 30 minutes longer than I would have because I started 30 minutes late. So it all worked out. That was crazy though. It was crazy. So I'm gonna have to fix that next week. That'll be interesting, but that's kind of how my day's going. I forgot my tip jar and I forgot my business cards. So it's just one of those days. We're a little bit messy, but the gig's been going really great. The people are wonderful here. I love it here so much and I'm having a good time. So things worked out, but it was a very interesting morning. I got to drive the dummy tire home, so hopefully everything goes fine because it's an over an hour drive. So we shall see. I just want to give you guys a little in real time update on the second break here at Edg-Clif. Got these people be chilling, got these beautiful vineyards, and it's just very nice. It's perfect weather. It's like 70s, maybe mid 70s. I don't know. It just feels perfect. There's a nice breeze. Good day to be out here. Good day to be making music. All right, that's my update.
So yeah, my car. Can we talk about it? Okay, I have some more notes I wanted to add to this. So I was really lucky with where that blowout happened because I was close enough to be able to get to a spot. Like most of the drive down to Potosi is back roady, and I was like, if that had happened anywhere along those back roads, I would have just been stuck, probably without much people going by to give me help, and that would have been really hard. Not really anywhere to pull off. It's like 2-lane highways, and I really lucked up that it happened so close to a place to pull over. Since that has happened, I've talked to family and things like that. They told me I was lucky that the blowout didn't cause my car to swerve or anything like that. So yeah, like I guess you can have times where it causes more of a dramatic experience, but it was very tame, honestly. Like just how I described, weird sound, slowed down, and yeah, I was very lucky. So the guy that helped me, I was so thankful. I was planning on walking over to the gas station and asking someone for help, but it was just really nice to have someone show up and say, hey, do you need help? So they're already offering their help. And I also wanted to mention, as a female who is alone, I did keep my boyfriend on the phone, and I made that clear. Not that the guy who helped me was wonderful and very, very nice, but this is the world we live in, so I do want to make a point to mention that for any other people who might be in this situation, that I did keep him on the phone. I mean, it was broad daylight, there's lots of people around, but it's just a good, I think, tip to do. It was so nice. I was so thankful for Scott. Thank you so much if you're watching this. Yeah, really just made that whole process better. And telling this story back too, I realize it is so a movie moment. Like, girls dressed up, girls going to an event, tire blows out. She's on the side of the road. I mean, I'm in a parking lot. On the side of the road, taking out all her music gear. Guy sees her struggling, stops by and says, "Hey, can I help you?" And like, it was so stereotypical, it killed me. But you know what? Whatever. I can now happily report that I got a new tire, and I did have my boyfriend show me how to change a tire, so now I know how to do it if this happens again. Would recommend, if you don't know how to change a tire, have somebody show you just in case, because things happen. And really isn't that hard. I think the hardest part is the strength you need to like turn the bolts, I think is the right word, to turn the bolts. Yeah, I think that's the hardest part, but my boyfriend said we're gonna get me a different tool that makes it a little easier, then rather than you like cranking the bolts from just one, you know, pressure point, you have like a wheel essentially. So yeah, learned a new thing. But the Edg-Clif gig was really good. They were really understanding. The people at Edg-Clif are just very, very sweet, very welcoming. I have always loved playing there. Every time I play there, I've had a good experience, and the crowd is also very supportive. They clap usually, and there was a pretty big group that Saturday. They were having some kind of wine tasting thing happening, I think. And so it worked out that I was gonna be a little late. She's like, "Well, we're wrapping up that anyway, so it's no big deal," and it worked out really good. And I think that tasting made it where I had more people at the gig, so double yay for me. It was a really great gig. I played inside their new renovated space. They did a lot of renovations and made like a kind of indoor barn tasting room, and it's just beautiful. Now they have some outdoor seating with like a railing, and it's just really nice. I didn't get any footage of the inside of the building where I was playing, but I will be back there I think a couple more times this year, and I'll try to get some footage of that for you guys. But it's just a great spot. It's kind of far away from, I mean, it's over an hour for me and for other people, but worth the drive, I think. I've had my family come and my boyfriend came, and they've said really good things about it too. So it's not just me. Edg-Clif is awesome. So yeah, I always say good things about them. They're very, very nice. Also, their wine is good, and I think reasonably priced, which, you know, I appreciate. I think everyone appreciates a reasonably priced things, especially as the economy is, you know, there's inflation and all that. So that's another plus. And then Sunday, I borrowed my boyfriend's car, which is very sweet of him, and I drove that to Mount Pleasant, where I played on Sunday. The fun thing about Mount Pleasant too is I haven't been there in let's see, I didn't play there last year, but I played there the year before, if I remember correctly. Last year they went like a different direction with their music. They were hiring more like bigger bands, and so I'm a soloist, so they didn't have me play. But they changed that up and they had me back this year, so that was really fun because it's been a minute since I've got to play there. I have some footage for you guys for this one. The view there is freaking incredible. It is just like open vistas, and I get to stare at it while I play. That's how it's set up, where I'm looking at the beautiful scenery, which is lovely. I'm under this like big shady tree, and it's very relaxing. It's also kind of distant from the audience, which is a little harder with like a tip jar situation, because I think a lot of times people are reluctant to walk in front of other people. Not everyone is a musician and talks to people on stage, so they get nervous. I think about that sometimes, but I try to just put it down a bit for me so people don't have to walk all the way up. But it's nice to have that kind of distanced space between me and the audience. I feel I don't know, a little more like this is my area, and less direct eyeballs on me, direct pressure. I really enjoy it. I love it. It's like my own little zone. The only downside is it is under a big tree, and there's some grassy area around it, and that area is just a lot of forest you drive through to get there. So I think there's just extra bugs. I had at least 3 sightings of spiders while I played. One was like dangling in the air, one was on my guitar, and one was like where I was setting up when I first got there. So yeah, there were some spiders, but like part of being an outdoor musician, you deal with bugs. I've had so many gigs where a bug was crawling on me in a mid-song, and I know it's crawling on me, but I can't do anything about it because there's no natural stopping point in the song, so I'd have to actually just stop playing and get it out of my hair or my face or whatever. And I try really hard not to do that. So yeah, a lot of times a bug will just be crawling on you, and that is just the way it is till 3 minutes go by. Yeah, and that happens when it gets warmer out, so that'll be a fun thing, a seasonal thing for me. But Mount Pleasant is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I got some yummy pizza. I got a margarita pizza because I just love margarita pizzas. I'm a basil fiend, and so good. I was not in a great mood that day.
So I just got here to Mount Pleasant. We're on Sunday, and there's not a lot of people here yet, so I'm hoping that changes because the weather's like perfect. But yeah, I drove a different car today because mine has the spare tire on it. And to be honest, guys, I have been having a rough weekend. Just weird mood, very down, very insecure. Doubt spirals, just no good. And I'm saying that just to be honest, like sometimes it's like that, you know? So you never know. Being here at the gig might help pull me out of it. Sometimes that's the case. And it is beautiful weather. We're here. It's a Sunday. We're making it happen. But yeah, not feeling my best. But that's okay. So we'll see how it goes. My bag of all my stands and stuff was like falling, fell out. My purse broke some more. It's just one of them weekends, folks. One of them weekends. I am really tired too. I don't know. This weekend has just taken it out of me. The drive here was really long and I was so sleepy. Okay, enough complaining. Enough complaining. I talked to the like booking manager, and he said it was weirdly slow yesterday too, which is so strange because the weather's like perfect. But Edg-Clif wasn't, so this is a totally different area though, so maybe that's why. Weird.
I try to be real with you guys as much as I'm comfortable with and can, and I was just having a very down day or so. I feel better now. Sometimes in life you just have those moments of insecurity and doubt, and you know, that was just where I was at that day, and I was tired. But the gig went well. Music's like a job like any other. You have to show up even if you're not in the mood. You have to show up even if you're tired. Like, you don't, yeah, it's my job. I have to show up, and I make a commitment, and I'm definitely a person who thinks if you make a commitment in life, but especially in work, that you should follow through with it if at all possible. So that's how that day was going. That's why I was in that mood. But the gig went well, and weirdly though, there wasn't much people. Like, that was really strange to me because like the weather was perfect, and the day before the weather was also perfect and Edg-Clif was popping. So I don't understand. Another kind of fun thing, if you're not from this area and if you haven't been up in the Augusta Wine Trail region, Augusta Winery, which I played at the previous weekend, is like catty corner from Mount Pleasant. They're owned by the same people, and they're literally neighbors. So you can hear the musician from the opposite winery when you're playing. Like, when you stop playing, you can like vaguely hear them. So that's so funny. So I was literally just up there last weekend. Like, when I pulled up to Mount Pleasant, I was like, oh, I was just here. Yeah, it's a little kind of fun nugget about them. All right, just some other fun updates. We got some tomato plants. I am also tomato happy, hence the margarita pizza. love, 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 love tomatoes. So that's gonna be fun to hopefully grow them. We didn't have the potting soil to repot them, so they were getting a little rough in their little mini pots. So they're looking a little sad right now, but I'm thinking now that they're repotted and they're happy in water and they have all the sunlight and all the room to grow, that hopefully they'll get there. But it's gonna be fun to have some tomatoes this season. Oh yeah, my guitar capo is just, it's not working. I got an Ernie Ball one because last year, my capo exploded. If you haven't seen that YouTube short, go watch it. I think it's funny. I tried to be funny. And it literally exploded at a gig, like into 5 pieces or something mid-song. It was crazy. So I had to get a new capo, and I just kind of like walked in and was like, yeah, that one. And I don't know if it's my guitar or if it's the capo. I'm not sure. This is I think I've only had 3 capos in my whole life. But it's buzzing a lot. Like my 6th string will buzz when I'm playing, and it is just driving me crazy because it sounds like I'm not playing the chord right, and it's not my fault, and I don't know why it's doing that. And so I keep like wrapping my thumb around the guitar. I've talked about this in a previous video, and it sometimes causes me to mess up, truly, because I'm holding my guitar in a weird way. But I think it's also hurting my hands, like that weird position, trying to stretch my thumb over the neck of the guitar. It's not good. So I need to go get a new capo. Again, I don't know for sure that it's that capo's problem. It could be a user issue, could be the guitar, could be the strings. I don't know. I don't think it's the strings because when I play it with no capo, it's fine, but that's happening. And it does not have the tension adjuster that the other one I had did. I had a Diodario one before. Is that how you say it? You know what I'm talking about. If you're a guitar person, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how to say that brand's name. Diodario? Yeah. You know what I'm saying. I had that one before, and it had like a tension knob that you could increase the tension, so if it was buzzing, you could, But I think that's why it exploded. I think that's why it exploded, because I increased the tension too much and it exploded. So it's good this one doesn't have it, so I can't do that again. But bad because I don't think I can fix it, so I just need a new one. And I guess that'll be my backup one, in case another one I buy explodes. I want to formally apologize to you guys for when I'm recording out and about and you have to listen to the jingling of my keychains and keys. I'm sorry. I am one of those people that has a ton of keychains. I'm not a notebook doodler. I'm not a doodling on things person, but I think a way of expressing myself is keychains. I like having them. I like collecting them. I think they're like a good souvenir because they're not big and I can use them somehow. So yeah, I jingle a lot when I walk. Now when I go on a trip and get a keychain, I try to find one that is soft so it doesn't continue the rattling with the other metal objects. But I want to apologize for that in the audio. We finally had a yard sale. Isn't that awesome? We finally had a yard sale. I had a weekend off and we made it happen. But the yard sale went good. It was the first time my boyfriend has ever had a yard sale, which is crazy to me. Growing up, we had them every year and went to them every year. So, and also I sell at markets and things, so I'm very comfortable with the whole buying and selling process, like being a sales clerk, essentially. It was really fun to do that with him and to kind of work on a project together. It's funny because as I say this, I know he's gonna watch this video, but it was fun to do a project together and work on something together, and he said he had a good experience, so that's good. We might do it again in the future, but that was fun. Well, this has been the Fortnite vlog 10. If you liked this one, as always, check out this playlist with all the other Fortnite vlogs. I make a new vlog every Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. I also post new covers every Thursday, and the last Thursday of the month I post an original song here on YouTube. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. My YouTube has been a little slow lately, and so any support you guys can give would be so appreciated. And thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. You guys freaking rock, and I'll see you later. Bye!